Tastes like 8, 6, 5, 4, 0, 9, 10, 20. Alright. Alright, we're a little more fun. You know, no matter how big.
I'm feeling good. How small?
How short?
How fat?
Or how tall?
We'll track him.
We'll kill him.
And we'll nail him to the wall. Because we're the critter getters, y'all. Oh my gosh.
I gotta put my mouth on your face a little bit there.
Oh, that's weird.
That was really weird.
Okay.
Anyway, as you know, my name is Dwayne.
My name's Bane.
And we comprise the greatest critter catcher duo on this side of the Mississippi River.
Yes.
Ever assembled.
Yes.
And so, we came to Georgia basically, as we said, because we're hungry and we need critters to catch. And there's a lot of critters here. And we got here and we realized, oh shoot, we can't do this on our own because, you know, Bane here, he's got like a bad hip or something.
Really bad
And
hip.
I got a really bad gut.
Yeah.
So we were kind of, oh, we can't do this anymore. So we're looking for more members of the Critter Geek team.
We need you guys.
We need you. We need some youth in this unit.
We're too old.
Bane, what do you think is the #1, what should we say, quality of a critter getter?
You know, that's a great question. I would say eating food.
Eating food, that's right. This gut ain't here for no reason. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah.
And so we are going to call up a few of y'all, and we're going to have us a little competition to see who can be the next critter getter. So as you see to my yonder here, we got 4 pies, and 4 y'all are going to come up and eat them pies. So let me think here. Who do we need? Who do we need? I got it. All right. I think we need JD.
Get up here, JD.
We need Max.
Yeah.
We need Cooper.
Get up here.
And we need Mr. Tyson himself.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, y'all go on front of
the stage. Get in front and center.
What's going to happen here is, put the spotlight on them.
Oh,
There's going to be a competition for their lives.
It's going down.
So you're going to get these here pies. And these are no ordinary pies. These are Grandma Jeanette's special squirrel brain pies. Made from squirrels that we caught last week.
Wow.
Can you believe that, JD?
Wow.
So you're going to have 30 seconds to try to eat these pies.
Go crazy.
Whoever eats the most of their pie in 30 seconds will be crowned the next critter getter. All right. Do we have a timer somewhere?
Do we have a timer? That's a great question.
All right. Y'all ready? 3,
2, 1, go! Wow. Wow, that's all y'all got?
Yeah, there's a lot of different approaches here eating pies.
Wow. He's going all in.
That's fantastic.
I need to see some more. Oh, Tyson's going in. Tyson's going all in. JD, what do you got?
Come on, man.
Okay.
9, 8,
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pies down. Pies down.
All right.
We have to inspect these pies.
Everybody, turn around. Let's see these pies. Let's see these pies.
I need to see this with my own eyes.
Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty
a little
good.
bit,
Wow. Yeah, it's just.
See, he's just broken up a lot.
That looks like my stomach after Taco Bell right there.
Wow. Wow.
All right, let's discuss this first.
Yeah, let's talk. Just a second.
Max, come right here, bud.
It was after a lot of discussion.
We have crowned Max as the next critter getter. Max, right here.
Wow.
Look at his face.
Look at this.
This is the face of hard work and grit. Wow. Look at it. Do you have anything you'd like to tell the crowd?
Thank y'all.
All right, he says thank you. All right, Max,
take a seat.
Everybody, round of applause for Max right here. A face full of grit right there. Wow.
Wow.
All right, so the next thing we're going to do here is we are going to have our very own annual Farm-o-ween costume contest.
A classic. A classic.
Oh, wait.
Never mind.
Okay, sorry about that. I got muddled. Here.
No, it's okay, it's all right. All right, hey, we got some announcements. I'm going to need y'all to say it with me, though. So here we go. Announcements, announcements, announcements. Hey, y'all think y'all can do that? 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3. All right, y'all got it? All right, 1, 2, 3. Announcements, announcements, announcements. Hey! That was hey for any of y'all that didn't know. Okay, announcement number 1. Do not forget to sign up for Sharp Top Cove, the weekend camp. Okay, this December, it's December 8th to the 10th. Spots are going fast, so do not forget to sign up. Okay, the second thing, this is probably one of the coolest things. If you pay $250 towards your summer camp deposit, right now, you'll get to go to Sharp Top Cove for free. For free. I mean, I don't know a better deal than that. I like free stuff. I don't know about y'all, I love free stuff. All right, so that's the deal we got going on right now. Announcement number 3 is clubs are going to be next week. Y'all make sure that y'all communicate with y'all's leaders so that y'all know where clubs are next week. Thank y'all. Time for the costume contest.
Let's go.
Hey, give it up to my friend Charlie Bell right here, the finest kicker in Division III football. All right. So now we're going to have our costume contest. So if you dressed up and you want to compete in our costume contest, well, actually, if you just dressed up at all, come over here to my friend Joel Kennedy, where he's raised his hand right here, and the rest of you kind of, you can
take a seat.
Siphon yourselves out over here. They're gonna line up right here, so get some more front of the stage.
If you're not doing the costume contest, please take a seat.
Take a seat. We got a little tar plate back here for you.
Take a load off.
Grab like a snack of water bottle. We got some Teddy Grahams from America. We got some Oreos from America. And we got some cheeses, also from America.
America.
All right.
Man, I'm excited for this.
Yeah,
last year was special.
Last year was just fantastic. I think I remember some bananas winning last year or something.
Yeah.
And then we did like a little banana split thing. Oh yeah, we probably should mention this, but if you win the costume contest, that is a free trip to Sharp Top Cove. So
no pressure, no pressure.
Contest. There is zero pressure here. Yep.
Alrighty.
Go cheer your friends on.
Make some noise.
Alright. Raise yourselves. Come on.
Alright. Single file line. Wow. Wow.
Everybody, look at this. Wow.
This is phenomenal. Travis Kelce. Wow.
It's Taylor Swift's boyfriend.
It's Taylor Swift.
I should have known.
Oh my goodness. He's a cookie. Wow, that's... Okay.
So sorry, Isaac. Who is this? Zane right here? Zane, you stay in.
Orange jersey, you can stay in.
You stay in.
Orange jersey, you can stay in. You're good.
Where are you? Alright. Let's see here. This is our finest of the finest right here, everybody. So,
wow.
Now what we are going to do is I'm going to put my hand over yonder contestant, and you're going to applause for who you think should go to camp. Or get that free trip to Sharp Top Cove, the Garden of Eden, all right.
Wow.
Okay, first contestant.
Okay.
Milk jug.
Oh, some support there. There's some support. Don't fall now.
Oh man, try not to fall.
Okay.
Jason, Jason.
Yeah.
Thor. Bobby Boucher.
Wow.
All right, we have chosen a winner. Bobby Boucher!
Great job.
Let's go. Woo, yeah.
Wow.
Costume contest. Hey, hey, give it up for the rest of the contestants.
Yeah, you guys killed it.
Jason, a gallon of milk. I mean, you know, this is about as good as it gets.
You guys should wear that in school tomorrow.
Great job.
Wait, what's tomorrow?
Tuesday.
I think you mean Day of the Dead.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
That's what I celebrate. All right. Well, anyway, so we are gonna take a step aside, but just remember for right now, no matter how big,
How slow,
how short,
how fat,
or how tall,
we'll track them.
we'll kill him.
And we'll nail them to the wall, because we're the critter getters, y'all.
But we's hungry.
Something's gonna die.
So we's hungry.
Something's gonna die. When we's hungry,
Something's
something's gonna die. Damn.
Find the voice.
Okay.
All right, give it up to my friend Joe Kennedy, everybody.
Yeah.
Way to go, y'all. Way to go. All right, I'm going to try to put this one up so it doesn't die. I'll kill all of our ears like Shamu or whatever. How y'all doing? Good. All right. I like it. Listen, I'm going to try to not take too much of your time. If I talk without the mic, are y'all okay? If I come down here, is that all right? I would rather not use the mic if possible. So hey, like they said, my name's Joel. I know some of y'all. I don't know a lot of y'all. I'm a young life leader at Rome High, and I love Farm-o-ween. I hope y'all had fun. Did y'all have fun tonight? Yeah. Are you sure? Yeah. Okay, I like it. I like seeing people bash the washing machine, or at least what used to be a washing machine. People go out. Who got an okra? Anybody get a pickled okra in their mouth? Oh, Seth, you got one. There you go. Way to go, man. Seth's like, yeah, I did. Heard they're kind of good. Y'all, I love Monday nights at Young Life, and I'm so grateful for y'all to come hang with us tonight. Are y'all familiar with the phrase "fake it till you make it"? Y'all know that? Y'all ever heard that before? I don't know if you've ever actually tried to fake it before you make it, but let me move this real quick. But I have tried to fake it till I make it. And, you know, I think that's one of those things where you're trying to pretend like you've got everything figured out until you actually do, that you find your place. And when I was in high school, I basically was faking it till I made it all 4 years. And the way that I did that, it was kind of like I did it through hairstyles and through the music that I listened to. It's a little humbling, but if you'll indulge me, I will give you a glimpse of what that 4-year journey looked like for me. I'm gonna kick it off right here with a picture from freshman year. That's me in freshman year. I'm rocking a silk shirt. I like to use a full can of hairspray every day because I did not want one hair out of place, and it did the trick. It was like cement on my head. And the music of choice in those days for me, it was Tupac and Biggie Smalls, maybe a little Cypress Hill mixed in there. That was freshman year. It's spooky. It's like All Hallows Eve. I like it. Thanks, Sid. Just gonna grab that other screen. So then sophomore year, though, I took it up a notch, y'all. Sophomore year, you can see right here, I got what we call the undercut, okay? At peak hair growth, it came down to my shoulders, but up under, it was no guard, like just all the way to the top, just buzz skin tight. And, you know, I was friends with my now wife, Catherine, in high school. She didn't want anything to do with me when I had that haircut. I couldn't pull it off. My music of choice in those days was 9 Inch Nails, the little Stone Temple Pilots, Pearl Jam, Nirvana, kind of grunge industrial rock. Fast forward to junior year, I realized nobody wanted to hang out with me, so I decided I'm gonna get a different haircut. So I shaved it all off and let it kind of grow back normal, although I had some sideburns. I wore flannel shirts and jeans. Music of choice was Garth Brooks, a little Alan Jackson. I thought I would be a country boy, you know, I was growing up in Columbus, Georgia, might as well. And then senior year, I started to settle in. I realized, you know, I felt like I had pretty good hair, so I was going to grow it out. And that's me, one length, long hair. And that's my dog, Toby, R.I.P. But I was, my music choice at that point was kind of jam bands. I listened to a lot of jam bands, Dave Matthews Band and Fish and stuff like that. But yeah, that was 4 years of different hairstyles, different music. I was just trying to find myself. You can take that off. That's awkward. It's a little humbling. But thanks for indulging me. You know, it was funny. I'm growing my hair out. I'm doing all these things really because I'm trying to find out have I made it? Like, do I have some people that I can run through life with? Do I belong? Am I enough? I mean, I remember asking questions as I'd listen to the music, like, do I listen to this music because I actually like it, or because everybody else does and I want to fit in, I want to be a part of something? You know, when does life really start to settle in? Like, when nobody wants to fake it till we make it. There's a lot of pressure, right? You can feel like the boiling pressure rising. You can feel the anxiety, and you're kind of like, I want to know that I'm okay. I want to know that I'm good, I belong, and life is the way it's supposed to be. But when does that happen? When do we figure that out? I think it's a really good question. And I think it's actually a question that there was this guy that he wrestled with the same question. And then he had a chance to spend some time with Jesus. And tonight, for just a few minutes, I want to look at what happened as they had a conversation together. This account, it takes place in Mark chapter 10, and I want to kind of set the scene for you. All year at Young Life, you've been hearing about this guy, Jesus. He's the most incredible person to ever walk the face of the earth, y'all. Nobody has ever lived like Jesus did. He's God with skin on. God left heaven and became a human being just like you and me, so that we could know what God was really like, so that we could know what God thinks about us, how he feels about us, so that we could get a glimpse of what life could really be like. And people were drawn to him. And in Mark 10, there's a guy that the Bible describes him as a rich young ruler. And he came up to Jesus with a question. He was a rich young ruler, so it sounds like on the surface, life is going pretty good for him. I mean, he's rich, so he can get just about anything that he ever needs, he'll for sure get. Anything that he wants, he could probably get. He's young, so he's in the prime of his life. He can go after it. He's like having tons of fun. Doesn't have to worry about anything going bad. He's in the prime of his life, and he's a ruler. So it sounds like he's got some things that he's in control of. People kind of look to him for answers. He's worked his way up the social status ladder, if you will. So it sounds like life's going pretty good. But he comes to Jesus with a question that tells me that it wasn't quite where he wanted it to be. Because it says that this guy walks up to Jesus and he says, "Good teacher, what must I do to get life that lasts? What must I do to know that I'm enough? I don't have to keep playing the game. I'm good. What do I got to do?" Jesus looks at him and he says, "Why do you call me good? Nobody's good except God alone." And he says, "You know the commandments." You know, God had laid out these boundaries, these guardrails, if you will, that, hey, if you live within these guardrails, life is going to begin to unfold for you in the way that it was supposed to. He says the commandments, you know them. Don't murder. Don't have sex outside of marriage. Don't steal. Don't lie. Don't cheat. Honor the person that is raising you. Honor your father, your guardian, your mother, whoever you're raising, like living life with. Honor them. And this young man, he looks at Jesus and he says, "Hey, I've kept every single one of these since I was a little boy." He looked at Jesus and he was like, "I've done them all." I mean, I don't know about y'all, but have you ever tried to like follow all the rules? Was it possible to keep them your whole life? This guy says he hadn't messed up on any of these since he was a little boy. He's kept them all. I mean, I think that's a little absurd. Think about this. The very last one, honor the person that's raising you. Have you guys always honored the person that's raising you? I mean, I know I haven't. I can remember when my parents would do stuff that just didn't make sense. Things that frustrated me, and I would get angry. I would disrespect them for sure. It happens. I would venture to guess that all of us have done that at some point. But then the very next one, maybe we haven't done that, but it says, don't lie. Don't lie. Well, I think we are all lying if we say that we have made it through this whole list. And this guy right now, he's standing in front of Jesus And he says, I've kept them all. Not only is he lying to Jesus, he's lying to the God of the universe. He's being inauthentic. And he's lying to himself. He's trying to fool himself, but he knows it's not working. Y'all ever heard, like, if you say something wrong, God's gonna, like, do something to you? You've been around somebody, they said something, and you're like, oh, shoot, I'm stepping over here. Hey, God, I didn't say that. You can strike him with lightning, right? Smite me, O mighty smiter, right? It's those things, like, if you say the wrong thing, God's out to get you. And this guy has just lied to God's face. This is what I love about Jesus. You see, Jesus doesn't shoot lightning bolts at him. He doesn't shame him. It says, Jesus looks at him and he loves him. He looks at him and he loves him. Jesus wants him to have the life that he longs for. And he looks at him and he says, there's one thing that's missing for you. One thing you lack. Go and take all of the riches that you have, your wealth, give it to the poor, and then you're going to have treasure in heaven. And he says, come follow me. Right when Jesus says that, hey, take all of your wealth, give it away, and then come follow me. This young guy, he drops his head, his heart sinks, and he shuffles off sad. Because what he's longing for, he still can't get it. Jesus' buddies are standing by and they're like, what's going on? Like, what happened? And Jesus says, it's impossible for someone who's rich to enter the kingdom of God. Excuse me, he says how hard it is for someone who's rich to enter the kingdom of God. How hard it is for someone who's rich to have the life that they long for, to live life with God. And his buddies are scratching their heads and they're like, wait, so are you saying, Jesus, that if you're rich, you can't get in on the life that you created us for, God? He says, listen, it is hard to enter the kingdom of God. It's easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than it is for a rich man to enter the kingdom of God. I don't know if you spent a lot of time sewing things. I have not. But I know that needles have this little teeny hole at the top. And Jesus is saying it's easier for a camel to go through that than for a rich person to get into the kingdom of God. Listen, all of these guys are really confused. And they said, well, then how's anybody going to get in on life? And Jesus says, with humans, with you and me, it's impossible. But he says, with God, anything is possible. You see, Jesus isn't saying, hey, you can't get into life if you're rich. What Jesus was telling this guy is, you're holding on to something that you think is going to make life work, but it hasn't worked yet. You need to let go of that thing and reach out for me. Follow me as best you can and let me give you the life that you long for, the one you were made for. Now, when are we going to get in on the life that we were made for? When does it happen? I mean, this guy, rich young ruler, it looked like he had everything going for him. But yet he walked away empty, broken, hurting, because life, he couldn't make it work on his own. I don't know where you've tried to fake it till you make it. This guy walked away lying to himself. He was faking it, hoping that it would work out. But I know that there are a lot of things around the world right now that we see, they're broken. There's wars going on. There's this slogan that goes around, maybe you've seen the bumper sticker, it says coexist, right? And we think, wouldn't it be great if we could just all, like, coexist? We could care for each other. You could believe what you want to believe, and I'll believe what I want to believe, and maybe life will work out. But if that were true, would we have the wars going on in Ukraine and Russia, in Gaza and Israel? The fights that break out in the middle of our country because we believe there's a different person that should be in office. Or we believe that if we can change the laws, then maybe we won't have another shooting. Maybe we won't have another death. Maybe we can stop the abuse. The reality is,
None of it works. We keep chasing after things. I don't know what you've been caught up in, but Jesus longs to give you life. He wants to give me life. And I get stuck in these things like the rich guy got stuck with his money, and he thought, if I got this, then life's going to work. But he knew it wasn't working. I think if I can get my grades right, then maybe life will work. If I can be known for what I do on the field, in the classroom, in life, then maybe life will work. I get caught up in addictions. I mean, even yesterday, I'm trying to take a break from my phone, and I'd set it down, and I couldn't go 3 minutes without picking it up just because I needed to see if I was missing out on something. I get stuck. I don't know if you get stuck. But Jesus doesn't look at you in your addictions, in your anxiety, in your longing to find your place. He doesn't look at you with judgment, shame, guilt. He looks at you with love. He says, if you would let go of that, if you would come to me, then you can have the life that you long for. Just about, I think, 2 days ago, Matthew Perry died. He played Chandler Bing on the show Friends. That was on in the 90s and the early 2000s. And if you would put this picture up on the screen, you're not going to be able to read that, but that's Chandler Bing. I'm gonna read this to you. It's Matthew Perry. He died Saturday night. He struggled with addiction his whole life. And he wrote this a couple years ago in his biography. He said, God, please help me, I whispered. Show me that you are here. God, please help me. He said, I started to cry. I mean, I really started to cry. That shoulder-shaking, kind of uncontrollable weeping. I wasn't crying because I was sad. I was crying because for the first time in my life, I felt okay. I felt safe, taken care of. Decades of struggling with God and wrestling with life and sadness. All was being washed away like a river of pain gone into oblivion. I had been in the presence of God. I was certain of it. And this time I had prayed for the right thing. Help. Eventually the weeping subsided, but everything was different now. I stayed sober for 2 years based solely on that moment.